Friday sews on my mind, new ideas unwind. What I've made this week, next week what I'll tweak. Like and share my spot, crafting dreams I've got.
Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio. Welcome back anyone who has been watching me and following me for a while, and welcome to you if you're new, and welcome to all the new subscribers that have popped on my channel now since Ruan actually said to come over and have a look. Thank you very much for joining in. So today is a Friday sews, and what we do is we talk about what we've made this week, what we plan on making next week, and a little bit about life. And usually I forget 90% of what I want to say. I should write it down, and I have been known to write it down, but you know, it still happens. So my latest adventure is these paperboy hats, and I made one at Christmas time. If you've watched me and you saw me during the Vlogmas, I made something new every single day. If you're new to my channel and you want to see what I made, you can always pop back and have a look at what I did make. So during the Vlogmas, I made a denim hat, and I find possibly the elastic's a little bit too tight in this one, but you know, you get that on the big job. So I made a pink one because I'm actually heading up to see Queenie on Friday week. So this time next Friday, I'll be up in the Tron, also known as Hamilton, and very excited. So I'm going to have this hat, Queenie, I'm going to have this hat on. Okay, can you deal? The glasses actually probably look a little bit too big for that, eh? Let me just try these glasses on. They might be a bit better, being a bit smaller. Oh, I don't know. Who knows? So I don't wear glasses all the time, only when I want to see. No, only when I'm reading or sewing and things like that. So I made this hat. Excuse the hair. The hair's now hat here. I'm just going to pop you just a little bit more up. That's it. And it's just made out of it's actually made out of 100% cotton, and it is a curtain fabric. I wanted to make a tweed hat, but I wanted a pink tweed hat, and of course, oh, that's really unattractive, but of course what you want to find is what you don't find when you're looking for it. So I went hunting and I found this. I thought that looks quite vintagey, to be fair, but then I had this in my stash, and I think that this fabric, it looks like it just sets it into vintage mode, don't you think? I think it does. Now I do have the gap still here that I need to put my little Stacey J label in it, and I didn't put as much elastic in the back because I didn't want to hurt my brain. So yeah, and so that's the hat I made yesterday. So that's what I did. Now, what have I done this week? I have altered, since I last spoke to you on Saturday last week, unless of course you saw my live, I altered two jackets, one for a gentleman whose shoulder, the jacket was 3 sizes too big, and I took in about that much off each shoulder and fitted it in, and for a lady whose shoulders, her jacket was 2 sizes too big, and I took a good amount like that off her shoulders, and also hemmed their sleeves. So I was extremely happy, as were they, with the job that I did. So yay, that was my VIP. So it's out of my room now. They are happy. So Stacey's very, very chuffed. So I rang Mr. Christopher after I left the building, and I said, I'm really happy. And he goes, oh yeah, I can tell. So yeah, it was very, very exciting to have them so excited with what I did. Now, after the live on Sunday, and I did the draw for the book, and I did a draw for 2 patterns. I had Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews won a pattern, so she's got a selected pattern, and I had Evelyn who also won a pattern. She selected hers, so it's in a bag ready to go. I went and took Mum to Moreland Fabrics, which is now known as the clearance shed, I think, but I think Moreland Fabrics sounds so much nicer than the fabric clearance shed. It sounds like, you know, literally it's a clearance shed. So let me show you what I bought from there. Didn't buy much. They weren't having a huge sale, so we didn't buy much, but I did buy this. So Mum found this fabric, and it's quite a stiff fabric. I haven't washed it. You'd think after having it on Sunday that I would have washed it by now, but it is a cream. It's not a white, it's a cream, and it's got a bubble on it. It's quite a stiff, firm fabric. It's pretty much polyester, I'd say, but I can wear polyester because I'm always cold, so I don't really sweat. Just saying. And going to make a I have the pattern. I'll actually take a photo and put the pattern up here. Like wild sleeves, not a pirate shirt, because I think with this being as stiff as it is, it won't give the floppiness. Like a rayon is much nicer for a pirate shirt, but the sleeves are going to be ballowy, which I do like a nice ballowy sleeve. If you've been following me, you know I like a nice ballowy sleeve. So I got that. Now the thing with this is that it is twice as wide as it is long. So if there's any left over, Mum gets it, because she sort of spied it up and I was going to halve it, and then we decided, oh, will it work? And then she decided, well, I'll just make normal sleeves. And I'm like, oh, it defeats the purpose. It needs to be full sleeves. So she said, you have it. So I'll give her the other half of that I don't use. So it's quite a wide piece of fabric, 300 wide. Okay, and it's really quite heavy. But I'm quite looking forward to that. So I know what I'm making with this. I know, I can hear you all going, oh, about time. Buy fabric that you know what you're doing. Okay, I knew what I was doing with that. The second piece of fabric is, and I'm not letting the girls in, they've annoyed me all day today. The second piece of fabric is green. Green! It is super uber green. Now, I live in Wellington. Wellington isn't as warm as Auckland. Auckland isn't as warm as Sydney. Sydney isn't as warm as Brisbane. I grew up in Brisbane. Those are the other places I've lived in between. Grew up in the tropics. I like hot. So I'm in Wellington, and well, if I live in a country, in a town or in a city that's cold, I'm going to make coats because I like coats. So I've got this. And my mum likes green too, but it's mine. I picked it. Green. Look at that texture on there. Now, if you turn it to the inside, this is upholstery fabric, just saying. I've made quite a few jackets with upholstery fabric. Look at that. So I can do a different, if I want cuffs or my lapel or my collar done, I can do it with the two. So that's the green. Nice and green. Really, it's a nice green. Nice and green, it's a nice green. And I am going to make, I'm just going to put my glasses on now. I'm going to make B. Okay, and because there's your line drawing, because it is going to shape me a lot better, I have a couple of those, and I'll probably make it longer, do my high-low hem, change it up. I could do cuffs on the ends instead of just hemming it, and I think that fabric's far too heavy for me to do self-covering buttons. However, normally when I do self-covering buttons with a heavy fabric, I normally do it with the lining, so it sort of stands out a bit. But yep, so nice little front pockets in the front there. I like, see that I can't wear a crossover. Now, I know a lot of you have watched the collab I did with Ruan. which is so much fun. I want you all to know I am really not upset that my one looked like it looked. I had an itch and I needed to scratch it. That pattern, although I knew was incredibly wrong for my body type, I just said make it, because if I didn't make it, I would continuously go, I need to make it, I need to make it, I need to make it. So I was under the impression that there's a possibility it would not look good on me. And I was right. So I'm okay with that. That shape is not a shape that I can ever have. My bust ends here, waist starts here. Not so tight. Waist starts about here, right? So there's like minimal room between my bust and my waist. And that's one of my first incidents. Okay, and then of course having a Buttosaurus that is so much smaller than my Boobosauruses that I can't wear it. So I'm not upset at all whatsoever with it. I was very honest with the item. I needed to make it. I needed to jump down, as Julie said, I needed to jump down the Warren hole. I needed to run around with the rabbits. I needed to dig my way back out. And if anything, the itch in the back of my spine has been scratched. So I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with the outcome of the dress. The dress looked great. The dress came together fantastically. I think possibly there is a fabric in Lincraft that would suit it better as an open jacket, or an open, I'm thinking of a word to use, but I wouldn't put buttons down it at all. I would leave it that it was not to be buttoned, and it would be very, very floaty. Not chiffon, it would be more of a muslin-y kind of fabric. Mum and I saw some the other day, but no, I'm not upset that I took the time to sew it. I sew every day, it's my job, so I have no problem doing that. It was fun, it was really good, and I knew so much that the dress that Ruanne picked would look absolutely stunning on her, because I don't know if there's anything she's ever made that I've not thought she looks amazing in. So, so it's really good. My big thing was to get her out of the box and let her discover style arc. So, and I feel my job here is done. So anyway, so I do know that I need V-necks. This top I'm wearing is actually a reverse pattern of something that I wanted like a I know that peasant. I wanted a peasant blouse, but I never had a pattern. But then I found a pattern that had it reversed and backwards. And so what I did was, so it had a high collar and it did the split at the back. So I just changed it all around and made it with elastic on the ends, and it's just straight. And I didn't take out my sway back, which I just wanted to wear it. So I made this one quite a while ago. I have since bought the peasant blouse from Style Arc. Style Arc, look at me, just, I don't know, you'd think I sell the stuff. I don't. Will be though in my shop eventually. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing, and I've just got a pair of just ready to wear jeans. First pair of casual jeans that I bought when I put on so much weight that I decided that I wasn't going to make jeans because I was going up. And you make jeans and then you have to make a bigger pair. I just didn't want to do that, so I didn't make any. I have some of my jeans sitting in the drawer upstairs that can fit over. I can put them on. I can't do them up. So anyway, so that's why I picked this jacket. Actually, most of my jackets are actually quite flattering on me that I'll be able to wear, because it does cut in, it does go in, it does have shape. And then of course I do my own bit to it, because I never ever make something that is just straight from a pattern. I hack everything. So that's the green, and I know what I'm making with it. And Mum's final words were, you better make it. So guess what? I better make it. So then we decided we were going to go. Oh, Mum came around yesterday, and she went and got her beauty things done. And she said, "Oh, are you going to be home at 11?" I said, "Yes, I am." I'd actually gone and got my hair cut. That's probably why it's not sitting well on my hat. Actually, no, my hair just never sits well. And had my hair cut, met her here. We had a cup of tea, and I was talking about Lincraft. Now, Lincraft currently has a members only 50% off everything but patterns and electronics. Okay, and it's a continuous, so you can use it as many times as you like up until the 21st of this month, which is Sunday, I do believe. I do declare. So I said to Mum, what do you reckon? Have I done that one first? No, I'll just take you back a few days. Hold that thought. So I went and dropped off these jackets to my VIPs, and on the way home I was going to go looking for fabric to make my hat. And I was looking for the tweed or Chanel fabric. I know it's not Chanel, we shouldn't call it Chanel, but tweed fabric. And I couldn't find any pink tweed fabric. I know the exact pink tweed fabric I would like, but it was in a jacket that I've already since given to hospice. Would have been great for my hat. Anyway, so I went to Pete's Emporium. I got the button for my hat. I got the fabric for my hat. I already had the lining. And I then remember Mr. Christopher wants me to make a duffel bag. The duffel bag is to get journeyed under a house, possibly. Now, those that don't know Mr. Christopher's job, he is a plumber. Okay, and he sometimes has to go under houses, and to scummy bring your stuff up with you, it's very hard to, so this is meant to hook onto something that he can drag with him, so it's got to be safe. So I came across this fabric, which smells like plastic, which it pretty much is. So it's got like a vinyl look on one side. I'd put that to the inside, and then you've got the weave on that side. So I got a couple of meters of it because he wants me to make a prototype and then make another one. Things he gets me to make for him. So I bought that, so that's boring. I could call it fabric, it was in the fabric area. Still boring. Oh God, it really does smell. And then I came across this. Now this is a knit fabric. Okay, it's got minimal kind of stretch, but I wanted to make t-shirts, and it's got to go one way. It's got to go that way. I think Mum and I were arguing about it in the shop, which way it's meant to go. It's one of the ways, but yeah. So actually this is what I picked up after I went to Moreland's Fabrics with Mum. We went and stopped off at Pete's Emporium. Yeah, that stretch. So I thought a nice, maybe a long sleeve shirt with some big cuffs with the hole in it so my thumb can go through it. That, maybe some short sleeve shirts for t-shirts for summer. I've been watching quite a few vloggers that have shirts, t-shirts, doing t-shirt hauls or t-shirt, going through their t-shirt patterns. And Erin Sews, she's done a good one. She went through quite a few t-shirts and decided which ones are her favourites. Mum has a pattern that she's got from Carol Sews. It's a raglan, but it gathers up here. So she's looking at that. But I don't know. I just think a nice t-shirt, it would be quite nice to have a t-shirt. Maybe a bit like my female face pink one that I wear, that I made art quizillion years ago, probably about 10 years ago, and I still wear it. Might be coming slightly apart at the seams, but you know what? I wear it at night when I'm relaxing with my lounge pants on. So I got that. I need to think of what pattern I want for it, because I want it to be not a flopsy, baggy t-shirt. I want it to be a little bit more form fitting. So that's what I bought from there. And then I went back to Pete's and I bought the fabric for the hat. And then I bought this. I got 3 meters of it. 3 meters. $30 a meter. What? What does Mario do? He's a plumber. So this is going to make Mr. Christopher a good shirt. Well, not a good shirt, going out shirt, but, well, actually he doesn't have good clothes or bad clothes. He has work clothes and not work clothes, literally. So this will be a shirt that he will wear when he has to go somewhere. He will wear it. I have absolutely, I know that if I make a shirt for him, he'll wear it, even if it has got Mario and Luigi all over it. So I do like this pattern, actually. I have to make this pattern for somebody else. I'll go and get the pattern. It's just here. Just a standard men's pattern. Hang on, I'm putting it back. Get my eyeballs on. So those are the patterns, and I think I would be making, that's got no collar. That one, pretty much what the guy's got on there. That's kind of Mr. Christopher style. Nothing too flash, except for me. I'm his flash. There is no line drawings, otherwise I'd show you. No line drawings. But for the other person, I'm actually making, I'll make that one. The other person, I'm making the collar stand one, the mandarin collar. So that's the McCall's. Actually, you can't get it anymore, so I won't tell you what it is. So McCall's M2149. So I thought I'd make that a Luigi and Mario shirt out of that. Do need to wash it. It's 100% cotton. Don't forget, wash your cottons. Put them in a dryer. Beat them to death. Make them hardy. So I got that. And then, yesterday with a cup of tea, I said to Mum about the 50% off. And she said, oh, okay. And she said, oh, when are we going to go? I said, well, what are you doing now? She goes, nothing. And I said, okay, because she'd already been out, so she's all dressed up. Well, you know, dressed up. Anyway, so I jumped her in a car. Off we head off to Lincraft, and I had these hats in mind. Now we did go looking again for some pink, Chanel thingo fabric, because that's, where does it escape my brain now? But we did come across this one. So that's going to turn into one of these. I have, see these, I know what's going to happen with these. That is, how vintage will that look? I think it looks so cool. I do like this fabric. I have a funny feeling. I have some at the back of my room. Cotton duck, that's another one. I'm a bit pink. There's a lot of pink going on here. And then this one. Now I was showing Jackie these two here, and I said I wanted them to sort of be, you know, one panel alternate. And I said, but one's got the brown, it's got the more of a beigey tint, and this one's white. And she told me to coffee wash them, tea wash them, coffee wash them. I might have to double check with her what she said, but yeah, so I thought that might be an idea to do that. So I bought that from Lincraft. Mum bought some white fabric to make t-shirts or shirts or long sleeve shirts. Oh, and I did get, don't lose the docket, Oh, that's the vegetable. I did get some more waterproof canvas for inside bags as well. That's when the bag's really loud on the outside, I put a real plain lining on the inside. That was that. And then we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I found this really nice coverlet that goes on your bed, obviously. Goes on your bed, and I wanted a white one, but they didn't have any my size. We've got a king bed, and so I found a green one. And then when Mum was trying on some shoes, I said, I'm going to buy the white coverlet, the double size, queen size, whatever size. I said, I'm going to make a jacket out of it. See, all about the jackets, all about the coats. So I went back in. Now these were, I believe, $45. King size, that's what it looks like. See all the quilting on it? And I know it's only hard press quilting, it's not proper stitch quilting, but I'm going to make a jacket out of it. Mum did say, well, you'll wear it once, make it dirty and have to wash it every time. Well, c'est la vie. If that's how it is, and that's how it is. But I do not know what pattern I'm making yet. I need to open it and crack it open and see. It's 240 by 245. So it's a fair whack of fabric. So I could do something that needs approximately 4 meters of fabric. So that's cool. I got, yeah, there's a lot. Okay, I don't go shopping for a while and next minute I'm out there. So I did get a couple of these ones. These are the ones that have got the I want to say polar fleece, but it's not. Sherpa. If I was the zip head, oh, there it is. Okay, all right. This has got the Sherpa inside it, and Mum has got her pattern that she's got one of these as well. It's got the Sherpa, and it's like a velvet. It's just. I'm not going to make something like a Udi. I'm not going to make it. I've got an Udi. It was gifted to me, and I wear it. But I thought a nice coat. There is one that's at Miss Maud's. I can't even remember what brand it was, but I'll probably grab that one. And it's sort of like a proper jacket, and it comes, but it halves across and buttons. If I find it, I'll remember to put it here. I do this so that I know when I'm going skimming through it that I'm meant to be putting a picture there. I think it's so much. And now, I know it's not fabric. I know that for a fact. But I bought these. These boots. These boots are made for walking. Okay, nice black boots. Aren't they the cutest boots ever? There's another pair there that are black and it's got white crossed over. They're not laces because it has a zip, but it just crisscrosses, tiny little crisscross all the way down this boot. And I thought, oh, they're gorgeous too. Mum wasn't impressed that, like, if I wore jeans, it comes down, you see just not much. I don't care. I know it's there. I know how sexy they are. I said to her, I said, well, people don't know if I'm wearing sexy underwear. Blood, no. That was my comeback. Pretty terrible, really, eh? So that's what I made. That's what I bought. So I'm love the boots. Loving the boots. I've hemmed a pair of jeans this week. What else have I done? Oh, I had a lovely girl through with a ball dress. So I've got to take in the zipper. She's got a nice sway back too. So I've got to urge that right through and take it in for her. Slight wee thing. Beautiful ball dress, which is really, really good. You know how quite often nowadays they're just little slips. So I'm very happy when I actually have to alter a ball dress, which is good. What am I making? What am I making at the now? The now I'll get this part of it. I am making myself a quiver sling bag by Country Cow. Remember how I made one for Queenie? This one here. This one was one of my Make 9s, and it was because anyone that's new, is when she goes to the car. Sorry, Mum's just texted me. I'll just get rid of that. When she goes to the car racing. Her son is a car racer, and same age, well, just a bit younger than my eldest. So no nerves of steel going on here. We're just like the whole time. But she has this gorgeous wee pearl hanger that she hangs her phone off. And when I saw her, she was leaning forward, and it almost swung into the tailgate, the phone into the tailgate of their car. And I said, you can't. You're going to break your phone, dude. You're just going to break your phone. So it was right then. I think Country Cow had only just bought these out as these little pouches, right? So she can stick whatever she needs to in the front. And I made it. Now I'm a big user of the brass colours because I don't know, but these were meant to be silver, but they came to me as gold. So lovely. And in the inside, her phone can go in there. So that's what I am making. I'm making the next size up. Now remember how I made the cut wrong? I didn't. It read to me different. Yeah, okay, stuffed up. And the cut that flipped that was up here. So you beautiful people just said because I was going to look for a label and a love heart or something, best friends on it, whatever. And you all said, why don't you just make a patch out of the leopard? Duh. Because I was thinking way outside the box, way outside. Didn't think of just making, because this is like her, like anything, this is just her. Anything like this is just her. She loves her little leopard spots. Leopard, tiger, no. Yeah, leopard, no. Anyway, who cares? It's animal. Yeah, so and I am a flamingo freak, so of course the flamingos are there. So that I'm making the larger, so that's a small size, and I'm making the larger size. Here's a little bit of a comparison. So if you think about making these, so this is so good. That crosses over the front, or that can sit to the front or to the back, depends on how you want it. But you've got 2 D-rings on either side of it, so it depends on if you're left-handed or right-handed, or say you got a short saw shoulder, you can actually flip it to the other side, which will always be good. But yeah, so I'm going to take that with me when I visit her. So that's what I'm making at the moment. Made the hat yesterday, making that. I actually stopped making that. I took a, sorry, that's crackly. I took a phone call from a friend who lives up the island in the mighty Waikato district, and I was after a perfume, and she sells Le Rêve. So if you're New Zealand or Australian, you'll know what Le Rêve is. I've known, well, it's been in New Zealand for 30 years and it's been in Australia longer, and I love their perfumes, and I am going to have a virtual party. So I was just on the phone to her, but I was also catching up because I haven't seen her for years and we haven't had a chat, so I sort of stopped making that bag, which I'll take it up again tomorrow. And the other good news about life is that I am going to go to Hamilton on Friday week. I think I might have mentioned that a little earlier, but anyway, I am. And I'm super excited about it because I'm going to wear this hat. I'm going to wear this hat, Queenie. Anyway, let me tell you a story about booking the flight. So Queenie had sort of said she missed me, and we do. We miss each other terribly, and we've known each other. Our boys, my boys June, her boys September, both turned 20. We knew each other before we were pregnant. I knew her just before she got married, and I want to say she's been married 22 years. Wasn't at the wedding, so I don't know. Anyway, so, and we both lived in Auckland. Then she moved to Hamilton. I was in Auckland, which is only a 2-hour drive. And then 2-hour, 1 hour. Anyway, it's a short drive compared to 6 hours. And then I got posted down here. Well, my ex got posted down here. So, you know, we catch up when we can. And she said, I kind of miss you. I said, yeah, same. What are we going to do about it? And in the meantime, I jumped on to grab a seat in Air New Zealand Grab a Seat, which is gives you cheap flights around New Zealand, which is quite good, or even overseas. And she'd gone on there, and I jumped down to August, September, because she works for somebody else, so I have to watch her days. I don't want to steal her days that she has leave. Whereas I'm more flexible because I am my boss, and well, Mr. Christopher thinks he's the boss, but don't tell him otherwise, okay? And I'm looking at September, so I had these September dates up, and she's looking at now, and she flicked me through this day, 26th of July, $89. I went, whoa, that's 79's the best, but 89's not a bad flight at all, because it's not an international airport we land into, so those ones tend to be a little bit more expensive. Anyway, I said, oh yeah, so I grabbed it, boom, bada bing, bada boom, put all my details in, paid for the tickets, flicked it off to Mr. Christopher, flicked it off to Queenie, and I think I might have said to Mr. Christopher, I might book a flight, and he said, do it, because I send him down to his daughter all the time, and he's welcome. And then Queenie comes back and says, you're going back on the 9th of September. And I went, what? And I looked at it, and I'd booked from the 26th of July to the 9th of September. I was like, you've got to be joking me. Anyway, so I'd forgotten to change the end date and bring it, to Monday. It was a Monday. Who cares? I knew I was it. It was all good. $89. Boom, boom, boom. Bought it. So I said, oh, no. So in the meantime, I already sent Mr. Christopher the flight details. And I was on the phone to Air New Zealand and said, look, I've done this. This is why I did this. This is how it happened. Can I cancel it? Can I change that flight? Blah, blah, blah. So she's trying to figure that out for me. And then Mr. Christopher comes back and goes, 9th of September. I went, yeah. He goes, I'm just texting while I'm on the phone. He goes, that's 9 weeks. I went, yeah, she really misses me. And then the phone rings. And because I'm already on the phone to Air New Zealand, I'm relaying the story of what Mr. Christopher's doing. She's laughing. I said, he's under the impression I'm gone for 9 weeks. I didn't tell him I was on the phone to Air New Zealand trying to change the flight. But he, so I sort of left him on it for a bit and got credited the amount. Then I had to go into grab a seat, and I bought the tickets. And I put the right date, coming back on the 29th. Yeah, 29th. So it was a bit of a funny story. And then I sort of rang him up. You rung for me? And he goes, yeah. And I said, what's wrong? And he goes, oh, nothing. I just, I said, what? Something wrong with 9 weeks? He goes, and I said, yeah, no, it was a real big mess up. I've changed it. It's the 29th now. So we laughed and we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. And then, yeah. So that was the funny story about the whole there. That was my life. That's been my week. It's been yet another crazy week. Can I say that? Especially with the VIPs. Very nerve-wracking, but they were so happy with the outcome that I was so happy with the outcome that I was so happy. And yeah, I'm quite happy with my little hat. I just don't think I can take it off. Unless I have, no, I don't think I can take it off. Well, that's a bit long. I might have to trim that. That's a bit long, eh? Anyway, that's my hat. That's my story. That's my Friday. What do you think? I think I've got some hats to make, coats to make, duffel bag to make for Mr. Christopher. That's not straight now. That's better. That's in the center, eh? You know what I've been watching? I've been watching Bridgerton. I have been. I have finally finished season 3. I didn't just watch season 3. I started from season 1 again. I'll probably do that next time too. I just have to recap. But I have done a good recap this time. I really, doing this top, know how bad it is versus the bezant blouse I've got now. So yeah. Samuel got his license. He got his restricted license on Tuesday. So yay, all 3 of my children are amazing. They have just done such awesome work this school holiday. So I'm a very chuffed parent. No longer have to drive Samuel to work and back now on Fridays nights and Saturday nights. If I want to get plastered, I can. I'm doing dry July, so I certainly will not be drinking. I haven't been drinking all July. That's a whole 19 days. Pretty proud of me. That's right, I can go months without drinking. And then I could go months of drinking. Okay, so that is me. Friday sews for another week. The weeks are flying by. I'm looking forward to finishing my quiver sling and making some of these. They will be going on my website, on my shop. Also saw my darling friend. She came in today to help me with a bit more with the shop. So every day I think we discover something new that we can fix. And yeah, so that is me. I've rambled for 41 minutes and still going. So I want you guys to stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing. And here's my 585. Hydrate and no regrets. Did you see the boots? No regrets. None whatsoever. Nada, zip, none. None. Excellent. Thanks, guys. Please take care and keep on sewing. See you next time.
Hey, hey, subscribe today. Watch the magic my hands play. Mr. Christopher in the frame. Mabel and Will